Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Whale channel. I'm Aoife.
And I'm Dee. And today, as you might have seen from the beautiful title, we are going to be looking at some 1-star reviews of Walt Disney World from TripAdvisor.
So excited. So excited.
Yay! People that don't understand how queues work. But all of these I found myself through TripAdvisor. A lot of them are from February 2020, which is the time we were last at the parks, because I thought it was good that we could kind of gauge if they were right or if they were wrong.
Yeah, because we knew the crowd sizes, we knew like the weather and stuff like that.
So without any further ado, I suppose we'll jump into it. Are you ready, Aoife?
I have no idea what's coming up. I did none of the research. Dee did everything. So I'm just going to be hearing them for the first time and reacting as we go, which is going to be great fun for me.
Some of these, I don't even know if these are good ones. They're just the ones that I was kind of like, what? So this one is from May 2021, so it's quite recent, but I wanted to put in just because I kind of laughed about it.
Okay, so the thing that she just said about all of them being from when we were there, this first one isn't.
Yeah, the rest of them are from February 2020.
Go for it.
Just one question. Where is the magic? This place is turning into a skanky amusement park. All the money they charge, you get in. They have the nerve to charge you another $25 just to park your car with their gigantic parking lot with no tram service. What the hell? My elderly mother fell trying to walk along a dirt path as to not be struck by passing vehicles. And when she told them about it, nobody seemed to give a tiddlywink.
A tiddlywink.
She did not even get to go and wasn't offered to go another day. It was way too hot to expect people to be covered in a muzzle for the entire day. We were even scolded when standing in line and tried to sip our much needed water. What good are these stupid vaccines if you have to wear a mask? There was trash everywhere and most of the restaurants were not open. The silliness of their COVID protocols are ludicrous. There was absolutely no magic like the one I remember. And now I hear they plan on, oh my god, big word, indoctrinating their employees to be woke? Really? This is a child's fantasy place. Don't turn it into someone's political soapbox. I will never go to Disney again, nor will my friends and family.
Like, not a loss for the rest of us who are going to Disney, so that's fine.
You can see why that was one I picked, because I was like, okay, Karen.
Okay, yeah, like everyone knows at the moment what to expect with going. Like, we know that the restaurants are closed. We know you wear a mask.
But yeah, that was the first one. I just added it in because it kind of shows the absolute
ridiculousness. And also, if all the people who'd write a review like that would just never go to Disney again, that's fine.
It would actually, that's where the magic would come back.
Yeah. How to bring the magic back to Disney.
The entitlement would be gone. We'd all care about each other and care about other people's experiences, but that's just woke me. So the next one is from February 2020.
Okay, so we're actually doing the ones that's from the times we were there now.
Magic Kingdom has gone ghetto is the title of this one. I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean?
The new costume is Gangster Mickey.
R.I.P. movie ride. Great movie ride.
I could just see, you know, like real, like, you know, guys and dolls, like.
Or it's just the Mickey Mouse from South Park.
You don't talk to me like that!
So this is from February 2020. This is the first one that's 2020 February from when we went. We went to Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom on February 22nd, 2020. We are Florida residents and I've been going to Magic Kingdom for almost 40 years. I've never seen it like this. It was filthy. The waterway around Cinderella's castle was green with algae and skunk. The crowds were unbelievable. You would have thought that Disney were letting in people for free. 2 of the rides attractions were closed at any given time of the day, making the wait times 2 to 3 hours for some of the rides that were open. We were there for at least 8 hours and we were only able to get on 4 rides, 2 of which were fast passes. The new fast pass system was horrible. We couldn't get any fast passes for any of the rides we wanted. I easily spent $700 for 4 people for one day at Disney. It was a waste. I will not be back. My kids have no interest in going back to Walt Disney World. Don't even get me started on the bathroom. So gross, dirty diapers, filthy floors. I don't even want to talk about it.
Can I just say something? When we were there, was the moat not, you know, drained?
I'll be honest, I can't even remember.
I think it was because they were prepping to like redo the castle with the new colours. So I think they were just making shit up here.
The other thing I like coming up with a lot of these reviews, spoiler alert, is they keep complaining about wait times. And I think the longest wait time we did when we were there at the same time in February was Smuggler's Run, which was 2 hours, but it said it was going to be 2 hours. So either you didn't plan, or I do agree that the fast pass is kind of a bit crappy right now. There's not enough fast passes for the amount of people in.
Like, I agree. Fast passes aren't great at the minute because, you know, there's tiers and stuff and I don't necessarily like that.
Yeah, it makes sense that you're trying to make sure everyone gets to go on at least one big ride.
Which kind of makes sense. I just don't think it's working, but I can see the logic behind it.
Money grab by Disney, not what Walt envisioned.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he was all about money.
I used to take my children to Disney every year when they were tots. They are 25 and 28 now. Due to schedules, we haven't been in the same place at the same time for at least 10 years. We haven't had a family vacation in 10 years. We were all going to be in Orlando, so we planned a trip to Magic Kingdom. I purchased 4 one-day ticket passes, $538. Do you agree? Prices of those are very spicy.
Very spicy.
Park opens at 9 a.m. We were on property at 8:15, but couldn't get to the parking lot due to a Disney-hosted marathon.
Okay.
The regular parking line was at least 500 cars deep. We paid $100 for premium parking because we were sat in a car trying to get to the parking lot by 10:56. We arrived at Main Street at 11:56. Fast passes, you can reserve 3 and Disney staggers those for you. We have to rush to the first one at 12:25. The next one was 3:30 and 5:30. You can request one more fast pass after you use the first 3. Guess what? At 6 o'clock there was no more fast passes available. Convenient, Disney. Really convenient. Fast pass lines were 20 minutes with no big deal. Waiting 45 minutes to order lunch in line and then 20 minutes to receive the food. We stood holding our trays for 27 minutes hoping to sit and eat. Lunch, $70. The ride had a standby wait time of 170. That's more than 2 hours for a 30-second experience. I don't know what ride she's talking about unless she's talking about like food as an experience.
No, she's probably talking 7 Dwarves on a Saturday afternoon.
On a marathon weekend, yeah, fair. If you stand in that line, you miss your next fast pass, so we were only able to experience 3 rides. The park was so crowded that you couldn't even step to the side to take in the magic. Additionally, the amount of people driving scooters with no disability is a crime. Disney have allowed people not to walk but to drive through the park. Adults who are capable of walking or driving scooters and moving to the front of the lines. You will get your heels clipped by them since most of the people are driving scooters for the first time. A cast member divulged to us that Disney used to cap capacity is 60k, but have bumped it up to 110k people in a single park in a single day. I felt terrible for the families and the small children. They could have not enjoyed Disney the way my kids did years ago. Dinner reservation was at 7:30. We were seated at 8:15 and missed the fireworks. Park closed at 9. Dinner was $3.56 for 4 people for the buffet, $994 for 3 rides and a buffet. We spent another $400 merchandise, which was the only place that had no line. There was no lines in the stores because everyone is jammed up in the 170-minute rides. Even the perky cast members I remember looked disheveled and exhausted. This all-day event we spent 4 hours on in our car was far from magical. Be our guest, never again. I can think of $1,400 other ways to spend a day with family and actually enjoy it. Tips, bring a scooter.
Like, I'll be honest, some valid points, but also you went on a race weekend, which is obviously not going to be a good time and notorious busy, and that information is available. Be our guest for dinner. I would be annoyed if I was waiting 45 minutes to be seated when I had a reservation.
You know my opinions on Be Our Guest.
It's not worth it.
They always are behind. Always. It's very rare that you like...
But is Be Our Guest a buffet?
No, it's not a buffet. Where the fuck? I'm so confused. Like, if they went to Be Our Guest, total sense why they were late and they missed the fireworks, because Be Our Guest is not great food and very bad at time management, shall we say. They could have went to Crystal Palace, but they could have probably sneaked out to get the fireworks.
Couple of valid points.
But yeah, I do agree that the scooter thing in Disney is horrific.
Yeah, but I think that's also down to people being assholes and, like, you know, driving up on top of you. I do think there should be more rules about them, and I do think they should have bumpers and speed limits.
Just the clipping, just the driving at full force to get ahead of you, and you're like, you have a heavy machinery, could you not?
Also the size of some of them, because they're getting bigger and bigger. Like, you see people on like the smaller ones where they're like getting around and things like that, but then you have ones that are like the Bentley of scooters.
Yes, the ones that look like literally a monster truck, but as a scooter, need to...
Yeah. Like, they need to go. Like, people can't even bring in trolleys to put their kids in, you know, or certain size strollers.
But like a huge scooter, come on in.
Yeah, there's no restriction on scooters, but someone can't bring in a double buggy.
Like, it sounds terrible. This person obviously had a crap time at Disney World. We're not negating that they had a bad time.
No, but I think there was some things that they could have foreseen.
Like, a lot of their issues could have been solved by just, you know, using Google. But anyway, let's go on to the next one. You ready?
Next one.
Awful. I wouldn't even give this a 1-star rating. My family and I were saving up for quite some time to be able to come to Disney, as this was our first time we've been able to see each other in a long time. We thought this would be a great place to go and reconnect and have a great family time. We picked February thinking it would be the month would be less hectic than the others, which was not true. We had 4 days to discover Disney and we didn't even get close.
Like, I don't think, how many times have we been, like, between us, and I don't think we've done everything. Like, you're not gonna do it in 4 days.
I think that's like the #1 hack before you go to a Disney park for the first time. Just know you will not see everything. You will have to prioritize stuff.
But like, I haven't been as much as you, but there's rides that I've never even gone near. And not through like not being bothered going near them, just not having time.
It's just really big and there's so much stuff to do and you still want to go back and do the things that you remember and you love.
It's just really big.
We couldn't even see 1/3 of the attractions because Disney is a crazy powerhouse monopoly that overcrowds the parks. To the gills for maximum profit margins. Everything was in caps, so I had to say it like that. I think on average we could only do about 3 attractions a day because lines were upwards to 2.5 hours long. I mean, this is just crazy. You spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to be there and get a bare minimum subpar experience. And
the acting.
And on top of it all, we were waiting in these ferocious lines more than halfway through, about an hour and 10 minutes in. They made announcement that the rides were closed. This happened to us 3 times. We were livid to say the least.
I don't remember rides going down very much when we were there.
Normally if they go down when you're in the queue, if you're close up to the top of the queue, they'll give you a fast pass to come back. You just have to ask a cast member. But again, that's research.
Yeah, exactly.
We were livid to say the least, but these are all tactics of the Disney Corp to get you keep coming back and wasting your money. Whoever thinks Disney is the happiest place on earth is so sadly mistaken. Disney is an evil corporation that markets an illusion to its consumer to make money. I know that I will no longer be one of those individuals that spends their money here and makes Disney a profit of $5 billion a year and barely pays their workers minimum wage. They're awful.
While I do agree, Disney probably could pay their workers better.
Oh, 100%. Most big corporations can. But at the end of the day, you're not doing yourself any favors by not remembering that Disney is a corporation. Disney is there to make money. We have good memories, but there's a reason why Adventures Camp in Disneyland just has a ton of stupid merch that is such a cash grab. It's unbelievable.
Oh, you mean like the droid depot in Galaxy's Edge?
Yes.
Sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it.
As someone who did it, it's true. Like, they put $1 billion into Star Wars land. They need to recoup it somehow. Okay. Disney is a big rip-off! This is actually from June 2019. I don't know how this slipped in, but anyway. I took 14 members of my family to Disney. The experience we got was not the experience that is advertised. My blah 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 blah, she gives like the years of her grandchildren, whatever, ran up to Goofy and the employees told them they had to come back at a later time. They saw one of the princesses and she would not talk to them. These little girls that idolize these characters, and she wouldn't even just talk to them. The fast pass is a joke. 2 days at Disney and we got on 4 rides. This was the first and last time we will go to Disney. Not worth the money.
Okay, but if you're going to accost a character as they're like walking off for their break.
Yeah. This poor dude who's been in a Goofy suit for like the last 25 minutes in Florida heat, and you're annoyed that there was a duty of care on the cast member.
Yeah, like I can understand if you were in Disneyland where it's a little bit more interactive as you walk around, from what I hear.
But they're very secluded and they'll just walk, they'll keep walking, they will not stop. They'll say hi for like a little girl, but they wouldn't stop. I feel like this grandmother wanted the princess to literally stop and go, oh, big kind of like interaction.
I'm going to spend 20 minutes with you. Not gonna happen.
And because if that happens, or if you even spend 2 minutes, a queue will arrive and then people will complain that she talked to those kids and not those kids.
Exactly. Like, at the end of the day, these are employees. These are people who have, you know, workers' rights, break times.
Like, at the end of the day, respect the cast member. They're there to do a job. They are there to get paid. As much as they might love Disney, they don't get paid enough to deal with your shit.
Exactly.
Bad experience. I have had many good experiences with Disney. However, this has left a very bad taste in my mouth and I will no longer stay at any Disney resorts.
Okay, so this is resorts rather than park.
Yes, so everything was under the Walt Disney World umbrella. So some of them are the parks, some of them are resorts. This one is a resort one.
Okay.
I was unaware after I left a $200 deposit that my room needed to be paid in full many days in advance of my stay. Like most hotels, you pay upon checkout, especially after you made a deposit to reserve the room.
But like, that's on the booking.
Just wait.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never been in a hotel that waited till the end for me to pay. Ever.
They cancelled my reservation without telling me they would cancel it. The woman that called me a week or so before my stay said that I needed to pay, but nothing about cancelling my reservation if I didn't. So I just thought that it was them trying to get people paid early. Today I was on the phone for 2 hours, no exaggeration, just to have a third person I finally spoke with tell me that there was nothing that senior management was willing to do. The woman I spoke with was pleasant, but the net result is they got my $200, but they will lose thousands over a lifetime. But hey, it's Disney, so they don't have to care, right? We know this because we have booked many previous Disney holidays. It literally says in your confirmation email, amount due by.
But didn't it also say it on the app? Like, we don't have a booking currently, so I can't check.
It doesn't say on the app, it just says your hotel.
But I think it does say in the app, has to be paid by.
I don't know, like we can't check it. But it definitely says on the email, total amount due by.
But I don't even know where she's getting that kind of stuff goes on, because that doesn't happen at all, ever.
Last one we have.
I'm ready.
Done with Disney. Disney used to be my favourite vacation spot, but no more. They have managed to suck every bit of magic that had been there. At every money-grabbing opportunity, Disney makes sure to suck its customers dry. I can't even get a reservation for 2 people for any time during our stay to Ohana's. I started 6 months out and nothing available. I cancelled our trip in 2017 because I couldn't get any diner reservation I wanted. And once again in 2019, no reservation available. It's ridiculous. Park prices are outrageous. Parking fees at resorts, really? And your varied gate ticket prices, disgusting. Once again, I am cancelling our plans to visit your park. We used to come almost every year. No more. Cruising now, and there's no way it will ever be a Disney cruise. People would be fed up with these high prices at some point. So glad we were never committed to a vacation club. Bye.
We ate at Ohana, fine.
Yep. If you're at 180 days, you should be absolutely fine for Ohana.
Like, I don't think there was any.
No, I remember before I was helping a friend go with her partner, and I moved her Ohana booking several times.
But I don't think we got every reservation we wanted.
And we did them all at 180 days, so...
Yeah, and like we had our pick of the dining ones. Like, fast passes were a little bit more difficult.
I wouldn't cancel my trip because I couldn't go to feckin' Ohana's. I'd just go to the bar. Because you can order everything at the bar.
Yeah. To keep with the theme of your reviews, I actually found one that seems to fit very well in. Because I did look up, and it's a 1-line review. Whoever thought Mickey would turn out to be a major pimp, letting customers know, bleep better have my money or your ass ain't getting in.
I feel like all of these 1-star reviews, and I know we're Disney adults, so we're kind of in it, but also Disney's a corporation. Disney owes you jack shit. Disney care about their bottom line. Really, they need to treat their cast members better, which they're working on with like very little things like the loosening up of the uniforms.
But like also when we go, we know that we're going to pay out of the cahoots for it. We know that there's going to be a huge amount of money spent on not just food and accommodation and flights and tickets and all the merchandise we buy that we don't need.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
You know this when you go. It's going to be expensive. It was always expensive.
To summarize all of the 1-star reviews from TripAdvisor is, if you go to Disney, don't forget that A, they're a corporation, you're just a number to them, and B, drink water. And be nice to cast members.
And 3, Google before you go to see how busy it's gonna be.
So that is the end of our video. If you liked it and think people were silly, give it a thumbs up. If you agree with them, give it a thumbs down. We don't care. All interaction is good.
Also, in the comments below, write your most ridiculous 1-star Disney review so we can all have a good laugh.
There was too much salt on my Mickey pretzel.
My cheese sauce is too cheesy.
Don't be looked at me weirdly.
Don't forget to follow us over on Instagram. It's at whale_pod_. We are the same on Twitter, but we don't use it.
Thank you so much for watching, and
We will see you on the other side.
bye.